the end, because whatever I don't eat, Shiva eats it. So like the way that most of our lunches go is like she'll try to make me eat food, I'll say no. She'll eventually walk in with a plate and say, eat as much as you like. I'm just gonna say, okay, I won't eat this. I'm not gonna eat all of this. And she's like, it's fine, Shiva's gonna eat the rest. So I guess like, now that you've been going to lunch a lot, if you've noticed that the house has been a lot more like, if you notice that Mommy's been a lot more grumpier, it's because of that, yeah. I guess another fact I could share, Shiva's extremely dedicated. I know like one day he was just telling me how he would like start photography, and like the next thing I know, like you're shooting for the journalism, shooting for the school journal, you're in photo club, I'm still surprised, and then you're like messing with Adobe Lightroom and Photoshop, and I guess like that also like applies to like class office, like, I guess like, I mean the class officers would know for sure, but like, this dude's up so late just working for you guys. Like, I think like you guys should like really like recognize just how much he does for your class. Oh, and another thing she was extremely dedicated in is being lazy. How many parties did you have last quarter?
Let's not go there.
All right. I think like it was somewhat over like 10% of all of his classes. He wasn't like a part of them, and yeah, and like it wouldn't help because this was my first year of college too, and I was like stressing out over grades and like I guess trying to fit in. And then every time I call my mom, she's like, I like ask her like, oh, how's Shiva doing? She's like, oh, good. Like, yeah, he didn't show up to his classes last week, so like we're actually trying to like let him, where he's like trying to convince the teachers to let him turn in late assignments. So like stuff I have to worry about in college is like grades, like stuff I'm gonna do during the summer, and then like making sure Shiva gets into college. So yeah, thank you for that. I'm gonna give it to my cousin Gokul. He's known Shiva for like, yeah, Shiva's whole life, so I'm just gonna let him. Thank you, Sai.
Alright, I'm gonna keep this short since, well, Shiva's getting embarrassed here. Look at him, he's turning red now. Well, as I said, I've known him all his life, and he's always been so adorable. Look at him over there. He's an angel. I don't know how he got so big, though. How did you get so big?
We know now
Milk.
how he got so big. It's all because of Sai.
What does that have to do with anything? Come on.
I was pushing his plate.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, that's something. Well, I'll keep this short. I just want to tell you one thing. I want to give you one piece of advice. And remember it for all you life, because it's going to change your perspective for everything. The only thing constant in life is change. Understand? And if you ever get comfortable, don't get comfortable. Make sure you're uncomfortable. Always try new things. Always be confident, okay? Proud of you, buddy. Come here. All right, moving on. I guess, you want to say something, Shiva? You seem embarrassed. Yeah.
Does anyone want to come up and roast Shiva?
Any of Shiva's friends?
Yeah, any of Shiva's friends.
We see you right there.
I'm sure he had a few words to say about him, right?
Alright, no one? Alright, Mukun. Mukun. Alright, round of applause for Mukun.
No, you're staying right here. It's much better.
You can, after this speech, you're free to nominate anybody from your group.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Mukun, if people don't know. I've known Shiva since I was in 3rd grade and he was in 2nd grade, and we met at a tutoring place. And yeah, basically like all of childhood would be me going to their house after spending time. My mom called me, asked me where I was. After a while, like after a year, she'd just call auntie. She'd be like, is Mukun there? She's like, yeah, she'd just hang up because she'd be fine. And all the food that me and Sai didn't eat, as he said, would go to Shiva every time. And yeah, no, I also became one of Sai's trash bags. I just ate his food all the time, especially in school. And then after Sai stopped getting food for lunch, I went to Shiva and I got his food. Because Shiva would always get like a sandwich or like a burger. But throughout like the, I don't know, 10 years I've known him, he's grown so much. Like he used to be such a quiet kid. Like he used to never talk. He just like sit in his bed, just play games. Me and Sai would make fun of him. He'd start crying, and then we'd feel bad. Auntie would yell at us. It's just like a repetitive cycle every time. And yeah. So yeah, throughout these like 10 years, I've seen Shiva grow from like 5'5" to like 6'4" now. He's already taller than me. We wouldn't expect that because like he grew out of nowhere, and he's grown as a person in the sense of he cares about you so much. It's crazy because there's been times where I just like would go in without Sai being there, and Sai's like one of my best friends, and then I just sit there with Shiva and he'd just like be there and we would just talk all the time. And there's been times like we sit in the meditation room, we just play like DS all the time, and we just eat food because I didn't eat food, so we ate food instead. And
Okay, like I need to justify why I was fat. I didn't eat my mom's food. I just ate a ton of junk food. So I did not eat. Like I wasn't starving myself. I just ate the wrong food.
yeah, right there, perfect. Sai, yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, perfect, right there. Yeah, it's just crazy because all of us, we all had this like dream to become doctors, and it's just pretty amazing because me and Sai were both going to Santa Barbara, and Shiva's going off to Berkeley next year, and that's just crazy to like, #1 public university. It's crazy. And it just shows like his dedication just worked, and it's proven itself, and he's off to one of the best universities in the world. So I wish you the best of luck, man. I'm gonna miss you, so good luck, man. Okay, who's next? I know. Who's? Oh, okay, perfect.
Okay, hi. My name is Adib, for those of you who don't know me. And I actually only really kind of recently met Shiva. I mean, for the first 3 years of high school, I kind of just knew him as a person and kind of had a few interactions with him. But it was really, I think, senior year where I really started to get to know Shiva. And like one of the first things that I noticed about him is how incredibly supportive, and I guess he's just always there for his friends and always there for people. And so I have a story from a recent LA trip that we just went to. So basically we went to Venice Beach, and me, Harsh, and Shiva, we like decided to go in the waves, like kind of just like in our trunks, and like we went deep into the waves. And so we were basically kind of just riding the waves without any surfboards or anything, just with our bodies. And so we decided at some point that we were gonna try going even deeper, like to the point where like our feet weren't even touching the ground, and we were just swimming, right? And so there was this one part where we were deep inside the waves, right? And this really big wave started to form, and we all looked at each other and we were like, oh my God, we're about to die. And we started like doggy paddling back to the shore because we're all so scared. And this like really big wave starts to overtake us, and like all of a sudden I can't see anymore. There's like water in my ears. I'm like holding my breath, hoping everything's okay. And I feel this hand like grasp onto me, and it holds me through this big wave that crashes through. And finally, when the water's clear, I go up, and there's Shiva just holding me, like standing upright, like I'm sideways. And just, it's like the most literal form of support I can think of. But he was there holding me, and we both survived together. And like Harsh was like still under the water, like done. But I mean, this is a guy who, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, he will be there for you. I mean, Harsh can attest to that. He's given Harsh like 1 billion rides, but Harsh left. Apologies. But I mean, he's always there. He's always been there for me. He's been there for all of his friends, and I truly respect about it. And I know that these next 4 years at Cal are going to be amazing, and I'm looking forward to it. So thank you so much. Oh, I get to pick? I get to pick anybody sitting there. How about Shrieker? Shrieker. Come on, Shrieker. Shrieker and Varun. Let's give a round of applause.
Alright, I'll go first. I like Adib only kind of recently met Shiva. We met late towards my junior year, and we got along immediately from the start. But again, it was like this senior year, where we got really close. And this is kind of a common joke among us that Shiva's the guy who like drives us everywhere. But my fondest memories with Shiva are always just when it's just us two driving somewhere, and every drive starts off the same way. It's with some grand plan. And one story that like kind of sums up most of our hangouts is we had like a free day and we could do anything, and we just looked up into the mountains really far away, and we're like, hey, let's go to the top of the mountain. It would be like a really fun drive. We'll get to like see all of the nature, and we were like very excited. So me and Shiva had like a group of songs like that we play for our road trips, and we put those on, and we were like very excited. And about like 5 minutes into the drive, we're going, and we see this cake store. And me and Shiva just look at each other, and we're like, so maybe we should take a little break and get some cake. And we look at each other like guiltily, because we know we both want to just eat the cake and not go to the mountains. So we end up just sitting there for the next 20 minutes, like sharing this little cake together, just eating it with like these plastic forks. And that kind of sums up a lot of what we do. But every single time is just so great. And Shiva's just such like a supportive person. He's always there for you. He's so funny and kind, and I'm so glad I met him, even if it was just towards the end of high school.
Alright, me just like Varun and Adiv as well, I only really got to know Shiva early this year. And in the beginning, like, I wasn't that close to Shiva before everyone else, and I was kind of uncomfortable. I was like, who's this guy? Why is he hanging out with my friends? Because I'm like that kind of person. And I think the first thing I remember when I think of Shiva is that he's like a really experience-oriented person. And what I mean by this is, like, for example, on our LA trip, we went to the Griffith Observatory, which like overlooks all of LA, and it's really nice. And everyone was kind of getting bored. They were like, oh, okay, yeah, we saw it, it's nice, it's not that great anymore. And everyone was on their phones, but Shiva was the one guy who took out his camera and he tried to get like every single picture. And he's really big on like views and stuff like that, which I think is really respectable, because that's not something that excites me that much. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, Shiva's a really experience-oriented person. He's really supportive as well. And these are just like some qualities that I feel like they're not like that much in people anymore. And I really respect Shiva for that. And he lets me bunk at his place. Thank you, auntie and uncle, for the dosas. Like, I recently moved kind of far away, and my parents don't let me drive back home late at night, and I kind of need a place to stay. And Shiva's like always offers his house. He's like, yeah, you can stay at my place. And I've been at his house like for 2 nights now. It's really awesome, and because me and Shiva like have heart-to-heart conversations. So thank you so much for that, Shiva. Yeah, Mira and Ria. Oh, okay. Come on, Mira. Just go.
Okay, so I also only met Shiva this year. We're both class officers, so I actually got to like work with him, and then that's how we became friends. But like working with Shiva, he was always so dedicated, and he was always willing to drive, which is a big thing. Like for Dex meetings, they always used to be at my house, and I couldn't drive, and Shiva used to always go and get cardboard and paintbrushes and paint, and it was always just like a huge help knowing that he would be there to like help us. And as the year progressed, we got to like work on a lot more events, and he's just always like done his part and pulled through and everything. And I know he'll do great things at Berkeley.
Okay, so I also just met Shiva last year, or we only became like close friends last year. I met him through like ASB, our student council, and we all used to go to Dex meetings together, so I guess we got close that way. And I mean, I don't have any like super funny stories to share, but I have to say, Shiva is like the nicest guy I know. And auntie, uncle, and Sai, I mean, like their whole family is just seriously the most genuine family I've met ever. Like every time I'm at their house, they're always offering me food and whatever. And I think that just, you know, shows a lot in Shiva's character. And like Rhea said, I know he's gonna do amazing at Berkeley. So yeah. Okay. Shafali and Nisar? And Raghav too. Yep. Come on out. All right.
So I met Shiva a long time ago, but one of the things that amazes me like the most is that he's always like giving stuff to people. Like I think one of the things like Shiva says all the time is like happiness isn't giving stuff out or something like that. And I think like Uncle like wait, happiness is giving. Okay, something like that. And yeah, that's just like what I think of first when I think of Shiva.
Yeah, kind of going off of what Raghav said, Shiva's one of the most giving people I know. And I know last summer I spent pretty much like every single day with him because of stuff like homecoming. I think I saw Shiva more than I saw my own mother. Yeah, Shiva's such a nice guy. It's like, I don't know, there's no words to describe just how giving he is and how selfless he is, and I'm gonna miss him a lot next year. We're not gonna be that far.
So I met Shiva this year. But we got a chance to work together last year in Epic, and then again he was in DECA this year with me, so I've got a lot of chance to hang out with him. But one of the like best stories that I have about him was like not when we were working as part of any team or as part of any club, but it was when Varun and me and Shiva went on this like dysfunctional road trip to Santa Clara University to drop off a check for a debate tournament. And I was really, really tired, so I just fell asleep in the backseat of Shiva's car, and he bought me a cake pop. And I was just like, and I was really confused, but I was also like super happy that like I had a friend who I could just like, drive and I could fall asleep in his car and he would still buy me a cake pop, and it was like really sweet of him. And additionally, we got to work together in physics this year, which consisted of like a lot of late nights sitting at my dining room table, and Shiva would just like come over with Chipotle and just like sit at the table and like watch us all work and like glean information from that, and it was just like a really good time having him in that class and working with him in a lot of other things.
My name is Nisar. I met Shiva a while ago, but a different aspect of the story that I have is that me and Shiva kind of got into a fight, or I was really mad at Shiva for this game that we had called Spoons. And I got out that day. It was like a whole Lindbergh White thing, and he was like one of the moderators, and I was really mad that he got me out. But one of the qualities was that as mad as I got at him for what I thought was something unfair, he was very calm and very nice about the whole situation. I think that's something to show about Shiva, that even though people can get overreact to something or get dramatic, he always has a cool head and understands what's important and what's not, and is always really nice about making sure that other people feel okay and make sure they're okay, even if he hasn't done anything wrong first. And I think that others first attitude that he has is something that a lot of people don't have, and that's something really great about Shiva.
Anyone? Before I give it to Shiva, I just want to say a few words. Yeah, dear friends and brothers and sisters, thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate for taking time today and coming and joining us in celebrating the success of graduation from high school to Berkeley. So we are really proud of Shiva and as well our eldest inside, and both one of the best kids for us. We feel like they are God's gift to us, and we've been supportive and we try our best to give whatever they need, and sometimes more than they ask for. So I'm really proud of Shiva. Thank you. Yeah, and today happens to be my Sai's birthday as well, so I want to wish him his birthday. Okay, I think I don't want to take much time, but this is my Shiva. Let him speak.
Hi guys, my name is Shiva. You probably know this. Yeah, I wanted to thank everyone who came here today. You guys mean a lot to me. And more importantly, I want to thank my parents. They always seem to get mad at me for something, like forgetting to turn off the lights, and not doing my bed. But like despite like I know my parents always tell me, like repeatedly tell me, I'm usually lazy, I'm always sleeping in bed, but they always put up with me, and despite like they always think I like don't listen to them because my mom always repeatedly calls me and goes, hey Shiva, you didn't do this. I'm like, oh sorry, but like there's a lot of stuff that I get from them. Like I feel like I'm a like significantly better person because of their guidance. I remember, I think Raghav or someone was saying that this saying, give more than you take. I got that from my dad, and that was the saying, Raghav. Yeah, but yeah, that was like the one message that's been like, that guided me through my like entire childhood. And my mom has some of the best food. She's the most caring. She's always at home because she's running the daycare, so I have someone always there for me. And these are like the greatest parents I could have asked for. Oh yeah, I'm getting this side. Yeah. Their side too. And do you want to come up here or do you want to? I thought you should come up here. Yeah, but I think Sai mentioned this too earlier, but I remember Kundan, but he used to make me cry a lot as a kid. And this is when I was smaller than Sai, shorter in height. Now I'm bigger, and it doesn't happen anymore. But he's my like social mentor. Like if he wasn't there, I'd probably still be that really like quiet crybaby kid that was like in public. I would like be more outgoing, and because of Sai, he was like, oh yo, here's how to like you should try to make friends. You start talking to new people. I remember he was always like the really popular kid. He always told my mom and me about this one time this random person came up to me like, oh hey, I heard you're a really nice guy, let's be friends. Something like that, and I was like, wow, yeah. I was like, oh wow, that's cool. I want to be like that. And then I guess he's like the reason why I have all of my friends here today, and I thank you a lot.
Nothing to say much. Thank you, Shiva and Sai, for your words about me. So, Shiva, ఏదైనా రిపీటెడ్గా చెప్తున్నా అంటే I want to make it habit, not like nagging. So, yeah, one thing I want to say, when you guys go outside, everything looks so beautiful, attractive, but you guys have to figure out which one is fit to you and which one you have to select. I know you guys are now mature enough. Thank you, Shiva.
Thank you all. So let's have a cake cutting. One cake. Hello. Sorry guys, my brother Anna Reddy and my mother and sister-in-law. They came from Dallas all the way here to bless Sai and Shiva both today. Thank you very much, Okay.
Congratulations, Shiva. All the best. Have a wonderful career in your life.
Thank you.
Pictures. No, one more piece. Was that? No, not good. You like Sharon? Come here. Tell me why. It's your birthday. Tell me why.
Oh, she's 46.